Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Lads season number 12 playoffs. We got two very exciting teams tonight. On the Radiant side, 3 seed from Group Mickey, it's Royal Star. On the Dire side, 6 seed from Group Mini, it is Your Nightmare is Over. Royal Star, come off of an upper bracket loss, Your Nightmare is Over, off a lower bracket win. I'm joined tonight by two very fun co-commentators. In the red corner, middle laner of Grin Esports, a man firmly entrenched in the top 100 of the Dota 2 leaderboards. It is Roho Fire Flu. How are you on this fine evening?
I'm doing great, Badger. How are you?
Doing absolutely fantastic. And in the blue corner, a man who has just grabbed some seltzer, proud owner of Whiskers. It is the man formerly known as Salacious Sea Lion 62, aka Salve Salmer 37, aka Rook, aka Jim. How are you in this fine evening? He's still getting seltzer. Whoops.
Well, in the meantime, we have our bans, so at least we don't need seltzers to see bans.
We do not. Honestly,
I imagine in Lads there's probably a lot of like specific bans, eh?
it's
I
one
feel
of those things where not everyone plays usually teams will play some, but not all the good meta heroes. But you say, you'll ban some meta heroes and some like comfort picks. You say, you know what, we'll get rid of some of your preference heroes. Like I know Royal Star likes their Morana, so it's definitely a preference ban rather than like a meta ban.
Yeah, I mean the Kato also seems interesting because I think I saw it a game or two at the major, but I don't think it was like insanely strong. Ench is actually one of the heroes that is insanely strong.
And it's one of those things
So
where I know your team has liked Ench even before it was cool to like Ench, picking it for proud owner of Whisker himself, Jim.
Yeah, I mean he just loves Ench, so some people, this hero was definitely sleeper before. This is also a really interesting matchup, the Chen versus Ench. Jim usually feels like it goes Ench's way whenever he plays it. Maybe he's just diffing the enemies. I think in theory it should be Chen favored, but you kind of have to play it a very specific way, which I'm not, no offense, but I'm not sure that the proper research has been done.
If you go
Specifically,
back
it's yeah, go ahead.
if you go back far enough into antiquity, it was always considered Ench beats Chen, a very heavily Ench favored matchup, particularly the days of Ake and Puppy and those players back in like 12, 13 sort of area. But times have changed. It's been more than a decade since that.
Yeah. Specifically, I think Ench. So Ench is stronger in the sense that when she gets level 3, she can dominate higher level creeps than Chen. But Chen has a much lower cooldown than Enchant. So he should, if he blocks the hard camps at the proper time, then he should be winning, like the creep war. And then I think also, I'm not sure how it works, but he probably gets money every time he every time he enchants it, or not like enchants it, but when the Chen gets the creep, he should get gold every time. Primal Beast is a good pick against the Enchantress.
Hi guys.
Welcome back, Mr. Proud Owner of Whiskers, Jim, to the commentary. Welcome back from your seltzer run.
Hi.
Got some creep enchanters, and we got some strength heroes.
Yeah. Underlord's a very strong hero. Favor and Dire.
Is this pun intended or just meta?
Mm.
He's got a lot of strength gain.
What's the pun about that?
Because he's a strength hero with a lot of strength gain.
He's just really strong in the meta.
I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on. It's just a good hero.
Alright, got it.
He's just very annoying. He buys all the typical auras, and then he just teleports from the map. Pretty stupid. I kind of hate this hero. But I also kind of hate Chen, so...
Well, I know you hate Chen. I know you hate Chen. See, for those who don't know, you'll see Roho in like these like top 50 pubs. You'll see drafting players like, wait a minute, I need to ban Chen. He spams the ban Chen button. Doesn't go through.
My most recent abandon was against Chen.
Feels bad.
Yeah. This hero can be very oppressive. Since I added the gold to like when you steal creeps, you get really fast auras, and that's kind of, at least from what I've seen, that's kind of shaping up to be a lot of the
I was
meta.
watching a game earlier today where uh Fly was like basically the same net worth as both pause threes in the game.
Yeah, that hero
And like
farms
at
really
like every
fast.
point in the game. Like um
It gets a lot of gold.
yeah.
These are some pretty reasonable bans. The Sven, the PL, both good against Primal and Chen. Sark is a strong and annoying hero. Rubik might be a little more specific of a ban.
It's one of those things where, again, Royal Star have picked a lot of Rubik. We played in the group stage. I believe they played Rubik against us. So again, this is
We played this team?
yeah, Royal Star in the group stage. We went 1-1. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm skeptical of this Primal Beast hero because he did get changed in a moderate way, and I don't know if it was beneficial for him. He seems, I don't think his win rate is very high last time I checked.
Yeah. It is really strong against Ench though. But honestly, like I don't know. It is really strong against Ench, but like it's also contingent on like you not having a good safe lane hero against it. But I guess it could be like yeah, I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
it's complicated.
It's
I'd say
sitting
it
at
used
a
to be better because it was just
48%
such a good
right.
hero. But now that PB
Yeah.
is not quite as it seems overall like like PB is like not as good of a hero, which
Yeah.
makes it a little less value against the Ench. That's just how it seems to me.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, your damage is less overall, especially from your ulti. Your ulti is more utility than it used to be. Which definitely, like, not being able to full burst Ench is a huge thing for Ench because she
Yeah.
loves to buy her tanky items and get a heal off. Monkey King is an interesting pick.
I'm an Enchantress one trick. Oh my god,
That
I
is.
ran into Blueberry Beagle in my pub earlier,
Oh my god, they
and then I
sound
picked
cute.
Ench. True story. You can confirm in my match history if you guys don't believe me.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
I
you could be
will.
lying for attention.
It could be.
Yeah, that's something Jim's definitely known for doing.
Yeah, this Monkey King pick is interesting. I think
I don't
hopefully
like
they
it.
don't lane it. Hopefully they don't lane it into the Ench because Monkey King does not have good ways of dealing with creeps, and he also hates being purged. So
Bat Rider, oh my.
this
Speaking
is
of
a good
heroes,
Batrider
Roho is
I
an
pick.
think Bat
expert on.
Rider's a lot harder to play now, though.
Batrider is bad, I think.
I think
From
that
the changes that I've
I
seen,
think Bat Rider is situationally good. Like I think if you see a lot of heroes or like you know your mid
Mhm.
matchup, I think Bat Rider can be fine, right? Like I think Bat Rider is just like an actual situational hero now, as opposed to like what
Always
Bat
good.
Rider's been.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'll be honest, Bat Rider's like you have to actually like use your W well, because like your E doesn't give you move speed. You have to actually like you have to actually click your buttons like kind of okay now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is a little crazy.
Yeah, that's not necessarily the strength of all Bat Rider players either.
Yeah. The hero still, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not all of them can micro unit like I can.
true. The hero is still the hero. It kind of does the same thing. It's not as absurd, especially in the early levels.
Yeah. Not
Late
quite
game, I
seeing
don't
the
think.
value of it here, frankly. Like it just looks like a map pick right here.
I mean, I like it. They don't really have great ways to deal with it. Not many slows, not many, like, no ways to really purge. The only thing I think is if he doesn't have a great lane and then the Chen is
Yeah, but
doing
couldn't they just
well,
pick something
it's
that
like
like destroys
really
it in
sad.
lane? Like, cause you're kind of committed now with Underlord, and like you're showing your all of your
All of
cores
your cores.
presumably.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, actually, this team, I'm pretty sure they have Reed right on Sauce's team.
Yeah,
This guy plays Batrider 4, which I really hope it's not.
I honestly think it might be Underlord 4. I know it sounds super psycho, but Reed would do that.
Dude, if it's Underlord 4, like why? Just why?
It's Reed. Reed would do
Yeah, I know, but like
this.
that's like completely wasting like your E, which is like a big. It's a big reason why your hero is so strong in lane, right? Yeah, you're not gonna be using your E to last hit and deny everything. Like I don't know, it
it is
seems
a little bit of
extreme.
a.
It
I
seems
mean,
extremely
yeah,
silly.
it's on brand, but it does sound iffy. Um, yeah, the Batrider, I don't think it's terrible. I mean, but that's kind of going off of last patch where he didn't really lose very many lanes. I think it's a lot easier for him to lose lanes now because the damage
Uh,
from his Q is pretty minuscule,
I
and
mean,
he
it's a
no
lot
longer
harder
has
to like
the.
dive people early either, because you actually need to have move speed. Like outrun
Well,
them.
you have
You have blood grenade.
relatively similar movement speed. The blood grenade no longer procs napalm, which makes his
No,
laning a
I'm
lot
aware of
worse.
that. Sadly,
Yeah.
I played one game of bat like that, and it was so fun, but like it was so OP.
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
Like I
The
did nothing
napalm just does a lot
skillful.
less damage relatively, and so I mean, this is interesting.
Ooh, I think
It's
that might be a free Kunkka as well.
yeah,
I
that
don't
would
think
make
that this was
sense. I mean,
the pick.
either Primal Beast and Kunkka can actually do pretty well into Batrider, but they can also feed really hard. Those are very 50-50 matchups because they have high damage and they're pretty tanky,
Well, also,
but they also are low movement speed
forget
and
about
can't really
that. You
dodge.
pick Kunkka into Bloodseeker Underlord. Like why?
Yeah, it's pretty low damage as
Like
well.
it's.
This
I
team is
mean,
going to be incredibly sad when Underlord gets a Crimson Guard.
when Underlord gets auras, and when they get like the sharp, like they're gonna have so much max HP damage. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I would have liked to see actually like an Ember or a Storm probably. Some kind of spirit.
And again, most of the spirits still unbanned. Only Void Spirit banned. There's still 3 spirits available. Plenty of spirit options here. Or actually, 2 spirits available now.
Yeah, I mean they still have the options to if they run this like Primal Beast is 4 and Kunkka is 3. I mean
I'm
it's
kind
just
of
gonna be a
amazed
weird
that
lane.
I don't know if you guys like I'm amazed that they didn't pick LC on either team because that hero's
LC
just
is
really
good.
OP and it looks like would have been good for both teams at different points.
Yeah, I mean actually LC would have been a really good pick I think against the Batrider.
Yeah.
Got 30 seconds for Reed in his draft tonight to decide, all right, am I playing Bat 4? Am I playing Underlord 4? Am I picking another 4 right now? Am I picking Ench 4? Bloodseeker 4?
Both of these drafts are really throwing me for a loop.
Like the
Yeah,
Radiant one,
I like Dyers more because I think these Monkey King and these Kunkka picks just like I don't get them at all. I don't think they're gonna like
I
they
think
just
Dyer's is just really simple.
yeah.
Your game plan is pretty easy. You have auras, you run at them, they die. Storm.
Oh, it is Bad Rider support. I like the draft a lot less. I think it's gonna be totally useless.
it's one of those things. The Dire Draft is fairly straightforward. The only reason that we didn't think it
Well,
was is
Dire
because
draft
the,
is
of
no
the of the
longer fairly
player. Yeah,
straightforward.
but
Yeah, it was straightforward, and then they
They
reinvented the
have
wheel.
this what do you call it hero? Is such an amazing like Underlord is such an amazing laner. And now you just given him this like dog shit bat pause for. It's like what
Yeah,
like
that
you're
does
like
nothing as a pause for at least. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the hero needs levels, so it's a really
Yeah.
like strange
The
role to put
hero
him
needs levels
into.
even more than it does last patch. Like they nerfed his like early damage, right? Like
Mm, yeah,
they yeah.
and then they pick Leshrac. Interesting. I don't really like that Leshrac pick really at all, but it can do pretty well into the storm. I don't know. I'm intrigued by both drafts. The fact that both of these last picks were mid is a little bit odd for
Um
sure.
trying to think how I feel about Storm. I don't know, their heroes are so tanky.
I
Like
mean, I like the Storm. They don't really have, they don't have genuinely good catch for him. I think Storm is pretty strong, but they don't really have any synergy with Storm. They don't have the Pugna or like the CM that I've been seeing a lot in the major. They usually like they pair with this hero, even IO. So he's kind of on his own. It's not a great lane into Lashrak historically. It might be different now that you can like max overload a little more reliably. I'm not sure. They're very interesting drafts. I feel like they went completely opposite directions of what their picks were intended for, at least in the last pick. So we'll see how it works out.
if you
yeah.
got,
I
if I
have
guys had to lean towards one lane or the other, where would you go in terms of whose draft you prefer here?
um I'm probably still going to prefer I think Dyer's. I don't really like the bat support, but I feel like this Crimson Guard like Underlord timing is just going to be really really oppressive. Assuming that they can hit it.
Jim, do you agree?
Thinking
Plus sauces on it. So
Yeah, I like Leshark. I think a nice tempo hero this game. My only question now, I want to see how do you guys expect the top lane to go? It's Kunkka farming with PB support into Bloodseeker carry Ench 5. What should we expect in this top lane?
I mean, they're both really tanky, so maybe they can make some shenanigans happen. I think that's pretty much their best bet. It is like Dragging Waves being insane. Actually, wait, it looks like it's Ench 4. I mean, unless they're taking the portals.
I think it's going to be portals.
No, isn't Sauce? Wait. Who's
Sauce
playing the
loves
Ench?
portals. Sauce loves portals.
No. Sauces are
Okay.
fine. I think Reed is like really like a what do you call a player? Like
He's
Yeah.
not even a 4 player. He's like a 3.5 player. You know what I mean? He's one of those players. He plays 3.5, not even 5.
Yeah.
Not even
This
4.
Bat Rider support would have been way more interesting when Blood Grenade did work on your Q.
I mean, I think
No,
it actually would have been pretty legit because like you could literally just kill people with that like those two. That's all you needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He does still have the 2 Blood Grenades, so I'm hoping that he has those knowingly, that they don't proc his Q anymore. So that will really mess up his
I'm
game
pretty
effect, I
not
think.
concerned about that. I'm pretty confident. I mean, it is just still good on bat, right?
Oh
Like you
no, it
just
is
slow
so
them.
good.
Like
I think the Blood Grenades, the 50 HP it gives you is actually pretty interesting.
oh.
Even though on the tooltip it says plus health and plus all attributes. Wait, what? It's not good. My items don't have any numbers on them. Interesting.
Maybe you need to reload your Dota then.
Maybe. I mean, no, really, it doesn't matter to me very much, but it is strange.
You're too smart. You know the numbers already. Unlike your play with the commentator Badger.
Yes.
Based. It will be 2 bounty runes to both teams though. Top side one's going the Radiant side. Bottom side one's going the Dyer's way. And actually, it is Sauce playing the off lane. You guys mentioned how Monkey King not an enthusiast of being purged. Let the purge straight up in his lane now.
Yeah. I mean, I like this. I like putting the Ench against Monkey King. He doesn't really have any answer for Ench, so it makes sense. You also don't really...
The Ancient to Chen thing is really volatile, but I understand it's technically Chen favored, but I always have an easier time playing it as Ench because your actual hero is so much stronger. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes. This level 1 trading is pretty good.
Yeah.
Apparently, Vexair is unaware. I flamed Jim one time for going Penitence level 1, and it is what all the pros do.
Yeah.
So.
You flamed me and then I yelled at you. I made caw sounds.
Okay, to be fair, Roho, you're not the only one. I remember one of the players in one of Jim's pubs games was like picking it out, even though and then Jim was slapping back like the pros do this.
Yeah, I mean,
all the time.
Yeah. It does seem weird, but hopefully, I think, yeah, he can still grab a creep here anyway. Movement speed creep is not too bad. Just gonna leave his Monkey King kind of on an island.
He could have got the gold, the GPM creep. Come on, man.
A big career kill from Reed. Microfy had his career die with a stick on it, so no stick in the bat lane now for another like 2 minutes almost.
Yeah, unfortunately, I still think this Bat Rider will be exceedingly useless. The level 1 Napalm is really not something to write home about. Even though it really is 2 heroes that are pretty terrible against Bat Rider.
Ooh, Split Earth mid lane by Festival. Lens will think a shower shot from that one, but Leafy still runs away. A few more hits will leave the first blood, but one more hit. Lightning Storm on the tree for the vision break. I'm not sure if it saved him, but it was heads up play there from Mr. Lens.
That was pretty heads up. Mr. Lens went for an interesting storm build of having 4 branches and a Fairy Fire, which left him... I mean, he must have gotten a lot of CS because his bottle came out at a pretty reasonable time.
Top lane,
Still
massive first blood. This time, Beast to US East falls, though Microfry gets revenge. 5 stacks of Napalm. Level 2 Flame Break, so no Firefly for Reed, but apparently Firefly not needed.
Yeah, that seems like some just disrespect on the Bat Rider. I think that should not happen.
I mean, as I said many times, laning is the part of lads that is like least real. Like, there's just, you know what I mean? Like, lanes are just like, yeah. Like,
oh, absolutely.
It's just not, yeah.
To be fair, the flame break slowing by 25%.
The Underlord lane is going well, by the way. He's good. He's like Monkey is pretty decent against Underlord at the early levels. Once the Underlord gets a Vanguard, it's not really gonna like Underlord is just gonna not really care that much about Monkey King's damage, honestly. Like,
yeah,
this is not gonna be.
Monkey King's not very good at tanking Firestorm either.
Like, Monkey King needs to like get like Monkey King like needs a support that he can kill with, which isn't really Chen in this case because like it's just not like Chen is good when like the enemies can't deal with the creeps, but you have an Ench who can take higher level creeps. Like it's just you're not gonna be having this massive like army of creeps, right? Oh, Sauce got the good heartbeat creep.
He did. I'm surprised that Chen didn't steal that. Chen can steal that one, right?
Yeah, he can.
It looked like he had the opportunity to and decided not to.
Or
This is
did he have
interesting.
it and then just give
He
it, end up
did.
giving it back? No, okay.
No, no, no. He,
I wasn't watching. Okay,
yeah.
I didn't see that part of the lane.
Mid lane is getting pretty aggressive.
Yeah, it's again Festival of Mr. Lens and the Man Fight. Splittereth is online. But there's no mana for both. Actually, he could have wanted and gone for both spell, but that's probably a little bit too bold at this stage of the game.
Yeah, I don't think he had vision uphill. Yeah, he walks into Remnant.
Ooh, top lane again! It's the Beast falling! Micro Fry will have to onslaught away, but again, your core Kunkka dies twice in this lane. Not a fantastic start at all.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not really watching the lane, but like I feel like they're just doing something really wrong. Though. Like, there's not really anything else to like say about it.
Yeah. I mean, Jim and I are haters, I guess. I mean, he's owning on the Batrider. But
You know,
it should not
sometimes
be
you
happening.
just lose lanes, and this is Dota 2 for you.
That's
It
true.
is Dota 2. I mean, he's been holding on to a 21.
Over to the bottom lane, down the strike on the Underlord Diesel. Will Fairy Fire up, and the Fairy Fire will save him.
This hero is so tanky.
Yeah, he is. He truly is.
And he's gonna have his Vanguard flying out soon, which will be quite nice for him.
He's going to go from very difficult to kill to more or less unkillable for the next like 12 minutes because of that item. So, but yeah.
This Kunkka's having a really bad time actually. I didn't realize that also his CS is extremely low. It's
Yeah.
like not looking good for this Kunkka.
Having Bracer instead of Boots is kind of... I mean, it seems like it'd be quite a issue for this lane.
It's one of those
I
things
do
that
get
the
an
first few
instant
waves did not
cycle.
go well for Kunkka. He was just getting napalmed like 6 times early on, and as a result, he was unable to last out the first 2 waves, and that might have been just bad momentum in that lane there for the Kunkka.
Yeah. To be honest, it shouldn't really matter. Level 1 Napalm is like a complete joke, but it is really easy to underestimate Batrider in general.
I mean, now that Batrider's level 4 with it. Oh, they haven't like I don't know, man. Like, why don't you just buy like?
But Mr. Lens,
Dude,
He does have level
He has no
6, but he's
mana.
relatively low on mana. I'll attempt the TP. That's not going to work at all. TP canceled. Micro Fry grabs the kill. Not Festival, but again,
that was...
heads up rotation there. Meanwhile, top lane is the Beast of US East falling for a 3rd time. Over to bottom lane, meanwhile. Never mind, nothing with bottom lane, but again, Storm dying there. Say Underlord was not there. That's a regen rune for Storm at minute 6. That's game changing. Instead, it's a death for Storm with no TP, which is game changing, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Really, I mean, really sad for Storm. He has to smoke to get out of base, which is obviously not optimal. I think Storm as well. I've been seeing different builds on him. I think this maxing Remnant is kind of a last patch habit, at least. I mean, it does help you farm the jungle, but farming jungle is kind of worse. From what I've seen, I would have maybe preferred to see some high levels in Overload, kind of getting aggressive in lane. But either way, he'll hopefully be able to farm up some of this deficit, but that's also what Leshrac wants to do.
Good prioritization from the Radiant, by the way. They got both Wisdom runes, Microfly on the south side and Vexair on the north side. So
I will
that's a lot
say,
of
I
XP
think
going in.
I think this Chen is not really accomplishing much in the lane. It's like, it's not like the Chen's like using useless or anything, but I think this Chen should just hit woods. Okay? Like, I think this Chen should just like hit creeps and like only come to help the Monkey King when he's like
Big fight
actually
middle,
getting, like,
launch
pressure.
up by Festival. Splitter is dodged again. Meanwhile, top lane. Wait, bottom lane. It's Sauce going down to Madior. Now Diesel is isolated in a 1v3. There is no pulverize for Mike Grove Fry, but it might not even matter. Reed rotates in, and that will be enough to dissuade the Radiant from going forward. You were saying before all that about Chen needing to go to the woods, Jim?
Yeah, I think that Chen should. I think that Chen should try to get more gold. I think that like Chen should play greedy and try to, because they could just have like this super fast like Guardian Greaves, and kind of like it would be really hard for them to do anything into the like Leshrac like Kunkka Primal. They're gonna have these like tanky heroes that like kind of standing in front of do a shit ton of damage, and oh,
Ultra's trying to
Too
run
fast.
away, but again, no Torrent, X-Mark, they're both on cooldown. No Pulverize for the Primal Beast, so
did Bloodseeker get any
Ultra runs away.
changes?
Yes, his W now does, or
Okay, his
never
Q
mind.
shard does very slightly less damage.
They
Cooldown.
rescale the Rupture cooldown?
They increase the move damage too. Okay.
And
A little bit.
his I feel like there's more changes that aren't documented, but his Blood Mist is also notably a lot better.
So it actually, it's like actually
is the Aghanims?
The Aghanims was built in I think a few major games.
Oh, really? That was like considered really bad for a while, but it's good now.
It gives you like a barrier, I believe, when it gives you like an overheal barrier, and I think they also made the damage that you take, you can mitigate it, so you just naturally take a lot less damage from it.
That's just kind of wild. Cause I remember when they initially came out with it, it was like pure damage, unmitigated, just killing you. Speaking of killing, bottom lane is Mattior on the run. He'll attempt the Wukongs in turn. He'll get his stick used, but it will not matter. No Jingu, no life there for the Monkey King carry. 5 kills now for your nightmare is over. Meanwhile, middle lane, a dive by Mr. Lens. Solo killing Festival. The Beast wants vengeance. Mr. Lens will get X-Mark back under the tower. He's relatively low on mana. He'll attempt the TP and it will work. There is no cancel in time. The boat was not preemptively used. Meanwhile, bottom lane, it's Reed once again going forward. But he will not complete the jaunt forward.
This Batrider is having a lot of impact.
What?
He maybe just thought that he wasn't gonna get it off the like combo.
Oh, okay.
Which is down the strike on the Batrider, trampling up from Micro Fry, but again, no Jingu, only 3 stacks, and the Primal Beast gets run down there. Jingu's now activated, there's no balance strike, however, Vessel rotates in Split Earth, gets pump fake, not actually used, Sauce runs forward, Mattior now turns, Diesel dropping, Sauce dropping, both will die. It's a 2-for-1 so far, with the Batrider running away. But he canceled.
The player having the best time with this is Ultra Gunner. He is so fast in this top. Oh, he is getting boated.
X-Mark, Torrent, both will hits, but he's not quite dead yet. He'll Blood Ray and run away, and barring a huge play from the Beast of US East, Ultra will not die here.
Yeah, without the occult bracelet, he was almost definitely dead there. Lucky to have that. They notably did not kill the Batrider in this last engagement, so even though it was good for them, this guy still has a pretty hefty kill streak on his head.
Wait a minute, so I'm looking at the blood. You mentioned the occult bracelet. This says plus all attributes. This is all. This says plus. And plus magic.
Yeah, the tooltips on items have been messed up.
That's what I was saying, and then you told me to restart my Dota.
Well then.
By the way, Sauce really needs to get some. Oh, I don't like how he doesn't have the point in E. I think that like this no point in E thing is like really. It's a lot harder to play than getting a value point in your spell.
He's dying right now, but he's turning as well. Vexer arrives, as does Reed. Ruptures there onto Kunkka. He'll use the Torrent before he's silenced, but he'll miss it entirely. Lasso on Kunkka. He's dragged away under the Rupture, but Radiant want vengeance. Pulverize still not there for Microride. He's a level 4 right now. TP away. It will be successful. But it's certainly a lost fight for the Radiant side. Vexer tries to bring down Sauce with him, and he may get a vengeance kill, but he's already to the hands of Ultra Gunner. The creeps are trying to kill Sauce, but alas, they're just too feeble. They will not kill the enchanters. More kills for the dire side. In bottom lane, rotation by Mr. Lens, diving Mattior under the tower, and he is simply right-clicked down by Diesel. Festival cannot save him.
Things are looking good for Dire. They're kind of snowballing the game nicely.
Oh, good juke by Diesel.
There's no way he lives this, right? There's no way he lives this. There's no way he should live this.
Meteor Hammer on the Beast of USCs.
Here we go. It's time to go on big man, the big Vanguard. Boat will hit onto Diesel to fall. Reed the follow. The entire offlane combo, though not this game, has been slain. Meanwhile, middle lane. Rotations forward. Sauce the target. Boundless strike into the onslaught. 3 kills now in rapid succession for the Radiant team. And they keep their mid T1 tower alive to get denied.
Yes, Dire is really giving up a lot. This
Yeah,
is
I think that Dyer needs like Dyer's probably feeling themselves, but like I think like Sauce needs to go like farm his like 6 and like need some raindrops and I don't know. They don't need to like. I think that Crimson Guard, don't get me wrong, is incredibly good this game, but I think this Underlord needs to get a pipe as well. I think that like
yes,
there is
both
an
will be
insane
good.
amount of early magic damage on Radiant. I mean, all of Leshrac, right? Kunkka spells, Primal Beast is mostly
Mhm.
magical. Like
Just a
the
cloak
amount
would
of
be.
what's up?
I said even just a cloak would really be value.
No, no, I mean, I think that, well, yeah, sure, but I mean, I more like think like if they want to like force things, they should wait till they have a pipe, because I think that they're gonna be like they should just go for pickoffs until they get pipe on this guy, and then they can do whatever they want. I think with pipe and Crimson Guard, they're gonna be like uninteractable with for a period of time until Radiant like picks up some more like damage and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I mean to me it just seems odd. They're kind of playing the map like they have these like strong auras and the Underlord. They've yet to use the Fiend's Gate. There are Wisdom Runes up
Big
as
jump
well.
on Leshrac. Fiend's Gate
Oh, they're using it.
activated. Lesh the primary target, and Lesh certainly will fall. Meanwhile, in the
Yeah.
middle lane, it's a jump over on Ultra and Reed. Problem is, they'll turn the lasso on the Beast of US East. Reed may fall, but Ultra is tanking the Pulverize as it currently stands. Kunkka falling. Ultra still surviving. Beast of US East dead. Reed is still somehow alive. The creeps are trying to right-click him down, but again, the Radiant are collapsing. 4 dead, and they couldn't even kill the Bat Rider. A 4 for 0, a rout in favor of your nightmare is over. For Royal Star, their nightmare is now just beginning.
Yeah, they're certainly running into some problems. No doubt about that.
I was just about to talk about how I really think that Dire should be doing things together as a team with how strong they are.
I was gonna
And
say that
Radiant is not very strong as a team.
their mid plus support duo or their carry plus their support duo with Underlord rifting like to join it is insane. Like I think that I think like they can either like try to force towers with Underlord, which I don't really think is the best play, or they can just like walk around like their dual supports with like their mid or their carry, and then Underlord can just come to the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I
it's
think that's a
essentially what
pretty
they did, and it
yeah
worked really well.
yeah.
Smoke.
Multiple smokes have been used. They find a target, though not the ideal targets. They will slay Sauce. Spells have been missed, though not that it'll save the Enchantress's life.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing about Enchantress. Like, you don't really mind dying in spots
But
like
more
that.
importantly, top lane, Madior has been caught isolated. Rupture into the Storm Jump. Diesel was there for morale support.
Do you guys see what this Monkey King has been like his build, by
Radiance.
the way?
Oh no.
Yeah, straight Radiance. It
I
seems iffy.
I feel like it's really well. I'd say like I feel like he's
I
kind of griefing.
very highly disagree with it. Mainly because I think one of the biggest things about Monkey King Radiance is that it cancels blinks in like a huge AoE, but they don't really buy blinks on Dire, and you're doubling down on like the AoE magical damage, which you're already doing
Well,
pretty well with.
it's like I'm not. It takes so long to build up to this. Like it's so greedy. Like
I would
I
just
don't
go to
know.
Battle Fury this
I
game,
just
I
feel like
think.
this can't be. I don't know. It's not.
I
They
think
don't
if
have
you go like
illusion
Battle Fury
heroes. Like
Ags, I think it would be strong this game on the Monkey King,
yeah.
and it accomplishes a similar thing to the Radiance with stronger
So
timings, and you're stronger
yeah.
later.
Oh, Kunkka's not. Kunkka just has a meteor hammer. I kind of wish Kunkka was also just buying aura stuff. Or pipe is
Mm,
actually extremely valuable against Dire.
yes, Lotus Orb is also really good, notably.
A lot
He
of
is going to
options.
pipe.
I mean, look at bottom right now, but gee, maybe middle lane. See a jump in by Mr. Lens under his own Observer Ward and the Creep Vision. So double vision for a
Maybe.
double dead Micro Fry. They want vengeance, but again, they're not going to find it. Mr. Lens too slippery.
Yeah, Vexair also his CS is I would say pretty low for a Chen at this point in the game. 30 is
No, it's
this
extremely
hero.
low.
Yeah, this hero has the
He's
potential to
been way
farm
too
really, really
focused
well.
about like playing the game like a support when like Chen is like kind of like a fake support.
Oh, Vexair has been caught. The play from Sauce, he used the Hurricane to bring Vexair closer to the cast range of the demonic pit. Meanwhile, mid lane Festival dies as well. So it's 2 more Radiant side deaths. I mean, this is looking like a really one-sided game right now.
I didn't really see the power of the Lesh when it was picked. And I'm further like just like dude, this does nothing. Like
Yeah, they also have a full Spirit Vessel on Reed, which is pretty scary for that. They have no way to deal with that. It's a very
yeah.
good Spirit Vessel game. So good read by him, actually. Oh, that's funny. Good read by Reed.
This is a pun zone. Yeah, it's a very punny zone here. Pun enthusiasts in the building. All right,
Absolutely.
so if you're say you guys say Green Esports playing mid lane, never mind. Flame break. A little bit missed there. Mr. Lens will go dive anyways for the BC US East. Micropie pulverizes Mr. Lens. They need this storm kill desperately. He's chain stunned, but he's not chain stunned enough. Lasso on the BC US East. Lens is still balling on around. Festival is creating projectiles, creating pulse novas, but he cannot kill anybody quite yet. Diesel is dropping. They'll finally kill somebody. It's a 1-for-1 so far, but in comes Ultra Gunner. Microfry dead. Festival dead. Vexair dead. A monster kill for Storm. A 4-for-1 route once again. And again, Ultra Gunner and company far ahead right now.
I feel like Radiant just looks extremely lost.
They
Like-
do. Also, Madior doesn't have a TP there, which is really, really rough because there's a lot. There was a lot of low HP heroes there that could have. If you're gonna go this Radiance build, you have to be fighting with your ulti as soon as you get it. Especially he has the Orb of Destruction, so he's actually hit a pretty strong timing that. Well, now they're not able to really use it all, considering
What I
there's
will say
almost a
about
Greaves out.
I think that Radiant should look for an opportunity to smoke and get a pick off into Roche. They can do Roche. There's a fight.
Here we go. Speaking of pickoffs, the BC US East bottom has been isolated once again. He was under his tower, but the tower could not save him. The tower cannot even be saved either. And Vexer's being almost solo killed by Saws. The Ench could not finish the kill, but in comes his teammates. Festival tanking in the front lines, but at this point, the fighting, it's just not possible.
They're kind of getting picked off one by one and then grouping, which I think is the biggest mistake that they're making. Obviously they're better at splitting the map, I think, but they're not really splitting the map or grouping, if that makes sense. Like they seem to be like one person alone, and then that person dies, and then they're like, then they react. So they're kind of getting the worst of both situations, which definitely makes them seem a little lost. Even you can see they're going for Roche on Radiant, and Festival is like standing on his high ground, so they're really scared right now.
Yeah, I mean, they probably should be scared, but again, playing scared means you are losing by the Dyer's terms. And Dyer's terms are take Roshan, take it for free, grab the Aegis, and just continue to dominate game number 1 right now.
Yeah, it's especially in this patch, I've noticed that being behind feels really bad. Especially they're not particularly utilizing the Wisdom Runes or the Tormentor to even put themselves back into the game. So this is rough, especially on Chen. This is not a hero that you want to be behind on.
Well, I guess good news. This time the Dire gank, never mind the net kill on Shen. I don't think the gank didn't succeed. They'll get Shen, so not a very high value kill, but again, every kill counts, and that's just one more kill in the bank of the Dire side.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, Radiant kind of just needs. Radiant should just reevaluate their plans for next game and go from there. I think at this point they would need Storm and Bloodseeker to both just like feed them a lot of gold.
Yeah, I've rarely seen comebacks from this position, at least in this patch. Obviously, this is not the major, but games feel pretty impressive when you start getting these really high, like, you get a bunch of auras going, and gold just goes really heavy towards the winning team, and you kind of have to, I think you really kind of have to feed into the enemy team to throw away leads most of the time.
We're at the point now, I mean, there's so much more map to farm when you're ahead, and if you're Dire, you have the entire map to farm.
Excuse me.
Bless you, Jim. Bless you, Jim.
I've been noticing a trend of a lot of pretty one-sided games. And
Festival has been caught. Speaking of one-sided, it'll be a one-sided brawl barring a major turnaround. Mr. Lens is low on mana, but still has 2 lives. Rupture will be there onto the Monkey King. Pulverize has been used as a counter maneuver, but it will not matter. Radiant are being crushed right now. 3 dead, 2 cores in the grave, and 1 more on the run. Pit of Malice will keep the BC US East in place. He'll get silenced. He'll get slain. 4-for-1 for I think the 3rd or 4th time this game, and well, it's looking worse. Every fight is a little bit worse on the Radiant side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really convinced that this patch is going to end up being super one-sided. I just think it's like that's just how it is every time there's a new patch, right? They're like getting ahead, like people aren't as they just don't know like people don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like pro players included.
That's true,
I'm not really as
but
convinced that this is like going to be because like there's a lot of ways for the team that's behind to like sneak objectives or like sneak gold. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, but I feel like a lot of the important objectives are close to places that you can connect, especially when you have a hero like Underlord. Like the Tormentor is like right
oh
next to a
sure,
tier
sure.
2
I'm more just
tower,
talking in
and
general. Like I'm not really talking about this game in particular. Like when you have Underlord Storm and you're getting stomped, like yeah, you're just gonna keep getting stomped. I mean, that's just it's not just how the heroes go, I suppose.
yeah. I mean, I'm not like fully convinced that every game is gonna be like a stomp, but I do think in general I've noticed that a lot of these games are hard to kind of come back into. Because
Yeah.
you get a lot less gold from neutrals, and fighting is generally more important. So it's kind of wonky.
Seems like we're at the stage of the patch right now where teams know what to do when win ahead, but they're still struggling to figure out what to do from behind. And I mean, that's now another tormentor for the Dire side if they claimed. Actually, no, it's actually 1-for-1. For the Radiant one to the Radiant team. But it's still at 18,000 net worth lead. That's just looming over the Radiant right now.
Very sad.
All right, positive things. There's only 1 minute left on the Aegis for Storm. There are no high ground towers taken, and if Dire overextend, this is again, it's one of those things where they're in the driver's seat. They got key in the ignition, foot on the gas pedal, fourth gear ahead, but they can still crash. And if they crash, there's room for a comeback.
Oh, absolutely. I think there is definitely still room for comebacks in this patch, but it does sometimes require a little bit of sloppy play from the enemy team, and especially in games like this with the Underlord the Storm.
Long ball, top lane, going on the beast. US EC's Vortex in. They'll get brought down by all 5. That is the 9th death of the game from the Beast to US East. Not his finest performance so far.
Yeah, kind of a tough one for him. Monkey King BKB will be a pretty big timing, I suppose.
I mean, we're still pretty far away from it, but yeah, you are right. I mean, eventually he'll get there, and that'll be
The other
useful.
problem is that like this Primal Beast hero kind of needs a BKB to do anything, and like they don't, like they're nowhere even close to getting a BKB, so that's a bit of an issue for them.
I mean, it's on his wish list, but he's still an entire BKB away from a BKB, which is not a good sign.
Yeah.
Crimson Pipe and Greaves on Diesel. Oh,
Jesus. You mentioned the good auras. He's collecting the Exodia of auras at this point. He's got 3 out of 5.
yeah, he just needs like AC Shivas at this point.
At that point, Radiant Throne instantly falls. Over to top lane. BKB lasso there on Shen. Lens will ball in, wanting to finish off the Shen kill. And eventually Dire will. But Radiance still have 3 to defend their base with. Matier's TPing back as well, I believe. He's not even TPing. He can't TP quite yet. Both will miss. But the Beast East has the rum buff. Dire kill the T3. They're now going to the racks. Radiant will glyph them. Matior has TP whenever he wants it now. The Beast shows his face. He's trying to dissuade the Dire from seizing, but they're focusing the melee racks. Melees are dropping. There's still no significant defense. It will be a full set of racks taken. Torrent will miss. Radiant now 4th to defend. Shen respawning in 7. They're now in the retreat. Festival wants to go forward, as does Micro Fry. Lens balls away. Pit him out, and the Vortex is there on the Festival. He'll BKB trying to turn, but Dire focusing, but they can't kill him quite yet. He's life-stealing a little bit too much. He now turns. Pump faking splitter, using it on Mr. Lens. He's low on mana. He's half HP and dropping. The torrent hits. They need the storm kill, and they cannot get it. Dire turn. Leshrac slain. Micro Fry slain. Vortex on the Kunkka. 3 falling once again. It was relatively well executed in the team fight, but they're so far behind that it did not matter. And we will. Yeah, there's a GG call.
Yeah, here's another thing about Underlord. He goes all the way across the map to refill the Storm's mana. Yeah, I mean, well played by Dire. They played it clean. I think, like we said initially, their draft is just that bit easier to execute, which definitely ended up kind of, I think, giving them the edge over the enemy team this game.
For sure, for sure.
We are in the lobby for game 2 though. So if you're in the Royal Star War Room, you've gotten absolutely mollywopped in game 1. Dominant game from start to finish. Do you just go back to the drawing board? Do you mix it up entirely? Do you
I
what
think
do you
you
guys
should
do here?
totally. Like, I don't know. I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. They look very lost. I guess is how I'll put it. I don't really like. I feel like they didn't really have any plan for what they wanted to do. Like I kind of feel like they just picked these heroes. Like, oh, these heroes will be pretty good, with like no really like strong game plan together, and like also like I don't know. They just seemed a bit odd.
I think they really ended up just having a lack on kind of every role. They were kind of behind on
Yeah.
1 to 2 items, and I think that they should consider not drafting this Chen hero. No offense to Vexair, but he didn't seem to really properly utilize it. His farm was, I think, very low for what a Chen should be having,
Well, he
and
just
it
didn't
kind
seem to
of
have the right like. Just yeah. I mean, people just seem to have the wrong conception of like Chen. Like Chen is like kind of like playing to like all Chen wants to do is farm and break the enemy's like towers. Like not like doing like fighting a lot isn't really good unless you're like you're like smashing your opponents. So you know what I mean?
I think you want to hit your item and then you can start skirmishing
Yeah,
because you can get that item really early. You can get I'm sure you can get upwards to like 6 or 7 minute mech if your lane is going well and you're
yeah.
farming.
But like it's like
Um,
even then like you don't want to just fight to take a kill. Like like if you're gonna like
mhm.
fight as Chen early, like you're gonna do it because you're walking out a tower and like you're stronger than them and they can't
Yeah,
react to
and
it.
then you'll start hitting creeps again. I think like the
Yeah,
hero is
yeah.
very good at hitting creeps, and there's a lot of space for
When
him
I
to
like
hit creeps
fly,
in this
like
new map.
I watched like 2 games of it at the major so far, where I just like I more or less just watch the Chen's POV, and there's just a lot of like they just farm. Like honestly, like it's not very. It's actually pretty simple. Like they basically like push towers when the enemy either like is on like they're not strong enough to deal with the massive army you have, or they've used a cooldown, or they're just like the enemy team is like doing. You know what I mean? Like they push opportunistically, like either with them being strong or the opponent being weak, and then they
Hit creep.
yeah, they just hit creeps and they farm they a lot of times they're just becoming cores. Like that's actually all they're doing is like they're playing to become another core.
And then as well, this Monkey King Radiance I think fell a little flat, which ended up being a little sad. The lanes didn't go so well for them either. They gave the Bat Rider I think a lot more than it should have had. So you're just kind of a lot of mistakes in the early game as well as in draft that kind of snowballed into a really difficult game against like Underlord Storm.
Yeah.
I guess the question now is: have Royal Star recovered mentally from their Throne series in the winners bracket? For those who don't know, they played best of 3 versus Pizza Dog. They won game 1, led 10k game 2, drew game 2, led 10k at minute like 22 in game 3. And ever since that moment, minute 22 of game 3, they have been losing every minute of Dota since. They lost every minute of Dota from that point forward in their upper bracket series, and lost every single minute of this game number 1 was a win for the other team. So maybe they haven't recovered from that throw yet. That was not clean at all. It was bad.
It's definitely possible. It's not what you want to see, but it's certainly possible. It especially feels it's things like that can definitely snowball losses into more losses.
I mean,
And
especially
then
on the
you
new
have this
patch,
new
you might
patch.
have had like a way your team wanted to play, and now you might just be totally lost. Like to me, they just looked really lost. Like I feel like they didn't have any plans like for any. You know what I mean? I don't really see how their draft was supposed to like fit together either, etc. Maybe I'm being cynical, but like I don't know.
They got both the Wizard rooms in minute 7, and I had hope, and that it was bad. It was false hope. I was like, oh, they got the Wisdom runes. They have a chance. Turns out, no chance.
Yeah. Um, bit of a sad one, but hopefully they can recover. Um, you know, they weren't really super far off from having a good game. It's just like I said, a few things snowballs into a lot of things, and
I could see
Yeah,
them
that's rough.
easily just like picking some new heroes and like, like not saying they need to rework everything, but like just picking some new heroes and then getting off to a decent start and then feeling totally like, okay, that's fine, guys. We just had a toughie, which is it happens.
Yeah, I think you just try and play your game. They were pretty reactive in this last game. I think it would help them a lot to kind of just be confident in what they're doing and pick what they're confident in and just play the game. Even if it was something maybe from like the old patch, just doing something you're familiar with. Because, like Jim was saying, they definitely felt a little bit lost in this last game.
All right, so if you're Royal Star, you are off course. You are lost in the woods. How do you get back to base camp and not get eaten by a bear? What's the plan here?
Um, I'll let Jim handle this one.
1 second. Can you repeat the question?
Okay, we are okay. Right now, we are Royal Star. We are lost in the woods. I don't know, middle of nowhere in the woods in the Everglades right now, and right now we are scared of being mauled by like a bear or some other wildlife. What do we do to get back on course? Fix our situation?
What do we
I
do to
don't know
get
where I'm
back
going
on
with
course?
this.
I don't know. If it was me, I'd be like, fuck, that game kind of sucked.
That's me.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then we'd pick him Ench, and then he'd win lane, and then we'd just snowball.
Yeah, it's just good.
So my thing is just more comfort. I would say the Chen didn't really look comfort to them, and I think they should just do what they think is good. Not really worry if pros are picking Chen.
Yeah, I mean,
Just kind of play their game, you know. If you're gonna go out at least doing what you're good at.
if it was me, I'd try to convince my team guys like we didn't play game one and just to forget about it. I think the best way to after a game like that is that you just like you didn't play a game, like you're starting a new series. You know what I mean? All right, Marana. I think this is a lot more s- stable hero than Chen. You know what I mean? Cat
Yeah.
one, what's wrong?
I think I was watching Yapster's stream, and he said the only stun that wasn't reduced in the game was Mirana's. So interesting bit of trivia there. So
They
that one
take
is
the Primal
still
Beast.
a long duration stun.
Primal Beast, a high prio pick in the series apparently. Damn.
Ooh. Darkseer is interesting. Usually you see this hero into a favorable matchup. Um, it's not really something that I've seen early in the draft a lot, but I do know it has a very high win rate.
I
At
think that
least the
people
front.
and lads especially also really struggle against Darks here. Like
That would make sense. Oh,
Oracle is a great pick against it though, actually. So
really good pick.
Oracle is even better against it with the W change. The W change
Hmm.
is actually insanely like good against it. Also, the
Yeah,
W change destroy like okay, Oracle was already good against Primal Beast in lane. If you were like good at like if you like didn't stand next to your carry, you effectively meant that like W was a useless spell. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
W is now a useless spell, and you can hit them with the W. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like Oracle used to destroy PB like in the lane as long as you like didn't like you didn't get out of position, which obviously is easier said than done. Sometimes you just mess up in that regard. But now it's way better. Like this is a really good Oracle pick. Yeah. How does that make you feel, Badger? Badger? Oh no, did Badger abandon us? Hello? Anyone?
hello.
Hi, Roho. I think Badger hates us. Twitch chat,
Yeah,
type 1 in the chat if you think Badger hates me and Roho.
one.
1.
No, I really like this Oracle pick. I mean, I obviously am a big fan of the Oracle hero to begin with. It's a fairly okay combo with Mirana. I've been seeing some interesting. I think Zai played offlane Mirana at the major. Not sure if they'll head that direction, but interesting nonetheless.
Fair enough. Hmm.
I wonder if Railstar has. I believe Festival does play Huskar at least a little bit. So I wonder if they have anything under their sleeves.
Oh, that would be a good pick. Like later on, if they can, if it ends up being a good game for it.
Hmm. Also, Huskar is even more insane with Oracle now, right? Because you can right click through the W. That seems really.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
I would
Purple
Huskar
Spirit.
here. I would Huskar here so hard if I played Huskar.
I play Huskar. It's a fun hero.
I think Festival plays Huskar actually.
I
If memory
think he
serves.
does.
I remember.
I think he
I think I
does.
remember him playing it back when he was on the Sasquatch team a couple seasons ago.
I feel
I
like I
believe he
played
does.
against Festival Huskar.
It's a very good pick. It's really good against. I mean, it should be good against Void Spirit and Lane. I do think Void Spirit, as an avid Void Spirit enthusiast myself, I think he has more counterplay than you'd expect, but maybe not in lads.
You
But
know.
also maybe in lads. You know.
Yep.
Festival. Let's do some scouting here. Yeah,
Void
there's
Spirit.
2 games on Huskar in competitive history. Neither of them being in lads, so I guess I'm just misremembering things on that one. But he's at least played a couple. He's familiar with what Huskar does. At least he played some Huskar.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good pick here. I don't know if they're gonna try and hold it. I think that would be a little silly. They also did pick up the Earth Spirit, so this is either Core Spirit or Mirana Core or Oracle Core. You know, they have a lot of weird heroes that can go into core roles that you wouldn't expect. So kind of throwing us for a loop again.
I know you're a big enthusiast of the Earth Spirit 4, specifically Earth Spirit middle lane. Number of lads players agree with you on that one. Earth Spirit mid
I
it's
really
been a
hope this
recent
is an
lads
Oracle
classic.
mid, by the way, guys. Now that I'm looking, I'm really worried that this is Oracle mid because they're gonna have really good heroes to get on top of it the entire game. And
Yeah,
if
this is a bad Oracle metagame.
if they're expending a lot of if they expend like a lot of resources to get on top of Oracle 5, like you're kind of okay with it. But like when you're playing Oracle mid and they have a million, like I just really hope that that's not the game plan they're going with.
Oracle support is much stronger this game. At least in my opinion. You don't really need
Yeah.
you don't do a lot of damage with your levels, and you don't really need levels this game on Oracle. You kind of
Well,
just need
also
your
like
value point.
it's gonna be hard for this Oracle to live. Like this Oracle
Mhm.
this Oracle can provide a lot of value to the team and then just die and like be okay with that. But like
What is
Sand
the
King.
Sand King pick? I am very intrigued by their draft,
All
and
right,
I also think it's bad.
scouting report.
BKB
Festival
and
Earth
Pipe
Spirit
looks
mid guy. He's a bigger Spirit mid guy. Festival.
okay, that's
Really?
good.
I mean,
BKB
that's
and Pipe looking way too strong against Radiant though. Like
yeah. I really am actually not a big fan of this Earth Pyramid this game. I don't see any reason why you'd want to play Earth Pyramid this game. You're kind of, I mean, your supports in theory do high damage, but they realistically don't because they really need levels to do that high level of damage. Sand King also is a pretty low damage hero without significant levels. And then Earth Spirit is also a pretty
I
low
mean, they
damage
have
hero.
what I like is that these heroes can run around together and get a lot of like these 4 heroes can just get kills with a lot of different combinations of the heroes. I think they have a problem with the fact that like Pipe and BKB like fuck. Or excuse my language. I'm sorry. I know this is a Christian
How
eating
dare you
server.
say cusses on my stream, Jimothy? How dare you?
Yeah, but the
Man,
problem here is that like BKB and Pipe are
I
too effective. Also,
they are
I think that they should just pick anti-mage right now. Like this like this is just such an
yeah,
unbelievable anti-mage game. Like
yeah, it
it
would
is
be
an
GG if they picked
unbelievable
AM.
anti-mage game.
Yeah. That's a really good call. I think also it's just like I said, these heroes like they
Or
seem
life
high
stealer.
damage, but I really don't think they are. Like these heroes need a lot of levels to actually
Yeah.
start dealing damage, and I don't
But
think that they're going to
at
get
least they
there.
have a lot of control. Like and like their control is like pretty easy to use into. Oh, bro, this is horrible.
Well done.
Okay, like I
Game
mean,
three. Game three. Game
like
three.
okay, this isn't actually a horrible Rubik pick, but it's not good. Like you should have picked your carry here. Lifestealer or anti-mage are just insane. Like why like is there like is I don't know, how do you not pick one of those two here, right? Like am I crazy? Like
Yeah,
isn't
no,
they're
those
just
are the. I
insane. Like
mean,
I think that this is
I
one of
think the
those
anti-mage would have been a
I
nice
think
to win.
I think the idea is very simple. It's that Dire is thinking, guys, we can't waste our last pick on a support hero. That's so troll. But it's like
Yeah, now the AM gets banned out. Yeah, if they
Yeah.
would have picked AM, it would have been like a free game.
Oh, by the way,
Pretty unfortunate drafting error.
I have an update from the other series. The ladies are taking a 1-0 lead over the Shopify Rizzlers.
The ladies are the bright side team, right?
No, they're the Perfin Seven Stones Buffaloes team.
Oh, I don't really know who those people are, but okay.
They're the team that 2-0 to OD in group stage.
Oh, so they're little rat people.
They are the little rat people. They're big rats. I mean, they're not little anymore. They're big now.
By the way, Badger, the Twitch chat is wanting because they think you hate us.
Oh, really? That's unfortunate.
Yeah, there was a whole drama about it.
Oh well. We we do have even more. Again, you guys mentioned Lifestealer and Anti-Mage as the two picks you'd like to see for the dire carry slot. Well, look at the two bans.
Yeah,
Anti-Mage,
no, I mean, like
Yeah.
this. It's just so
It
bad
was
to not
pretty
pick one of
troll.
those two heroes. Here.
It was pretty troll.
Like, I mean, like it's one of those things where it's not like, oh, like it doesn't even matter if you know how to play either of those heroes. Like, you should just pick them because they're so unbelievably like strong.
Yeah.
Like it's just too good of a game to where if you're not picking them, you're trolling. Like, there's not really anything else to like say.
Yeah, it leaves them in a pretty awkward position though too. Just because so many carries are banned out. That's another reason that it was a great time to pick your carry, is because now in this last phase you're getting 4 carries banned. And you have last pick, which means that your potential to pick an actually good carry here is way more limited than it was in this last phase.
That's gonna be a Legion Commander carry. You guys mentioned that you're surprised it was undrafted, unbanned in game 1, and apparently will be carry for game number 2.
I actually don't hate this. I don't. I mean, yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, it's good follow up on all the catch they have, and it does pretty good damage. Especially at early levels.
I kind of like it because it stops. I feel like it denies. Like, it kind of stops Dire from picking like some carry that would just win the game alone, because like LC is really good at, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's actually a pretty good pick to round out the draft.
Yeah.
I'm still not a huge believer,
I mean,
but I do
I just
think
think Dire trolled the game so unbelievably hard. Like,
that is not a bad pick either. That one I kind
I
of
think
like.
Medusa is good. I think Medusa is probably the best pick they had available at this point in time. I will say Medusa is extremely vulnerable to getting like ganked by this Mirana or Spirit, like, and then Stanking once you get to Blink, like, are like, there's gonna be a window in this game where, because Dire have no actual save spells, and like their best stun is like Vacuum, they could just chain feed off the Medusa. But if that doesn't happen, if that doesn't happen, they're gonna run out of damage from Medusa, right? Like, I feel like this game could be summed up into that. No.
Yeah, I agree. I think. Yeah, I mean it's really, they're gonna have to really do well in their lanes on the side of Radiant. I think if they don't, then this game seems, I think, pretty difficult.
So here's some lore here. Mattior, very experienced Legion Commander carry player, and not only has he experienced on it, me and Sauce, we just played against it like 2 days ago in the PDC Grand Finals run by my good friend Math Magician. We faced Mattior's team. They went for Legion Commander carry, and it went well. It went very, very well.
Yeah, it was good this game. I mean, I think it was a good pick. I think it's gonna be decent against Medusa, assuming that they get lanes going off well for them. I think this is gonna be a really big laning game. Thankfully, it seems like Royal Star did kind of pick a lot more comfort this game, so.
So if you two had to lean towards either of these two drafts, like just draft alone, who's gonna win this game? Where do you lean here?
I lean Dire pretty hard personally, but
No, I could see you going either way. I could see, like, because I could see you. I like Dire's draft more, but like in the context of like lads, I feel like this Radiant draft could easily get some kills and snowball the game really hard. And I think Medusa is a hero that like can get snowballed on really hard, and they have no saves, and they have like no real, like, I don't know, like their control is like kind of like iffy early on, you know. I definitely favored Dire though, to be clear, but I do see a path to Radiant to win, you know, like Yeah, it's not like Radiant is like. It's not like Radiant doesn't have any way they can play this game. You know, Radiant has like things they can do with their heroes.
You know what? I'm gonna go against the grain and against my 8K analyst and my 9K analyst. I guarantee Royal Star will bring us to a game number 3 tonight.
Shit.
Well, I sure hope you're right, Badger.
I'd be down for a game 3.
Too. You know, it's one of those things where I can't really lose, right? If I'm wrong, I look stupid. It doesn't change anything, so we're good.
Badger,
True.
not stupid. Say that. Don't agree with him, Roho. What the hell? Fuck's going on with you, Roho?
Now, I'm just channeling my inner Charles Barkley. Doing my best.
I like Charles Barkley.
Me too. I mean, I'm a big Chuck fan, you know. Fun fact: I am taller than Charles Barkley, and yet Charles Barkley was literally beating the shit at like 7-foot centers year in year out for like a decade and a half. That's you know, he's one tough ass dude.
98% damage reduction on Charles Barkley.
And
Medusa.
If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of Royal Star taking on Your Nightmare is Over. The Nightmare was very strong game 1 for Royal Star. They got absolutely ass blasted, thrown into the toilet, and flushed into a game 1 loss. Your Nightmare is Over as a result are 1 game away from making it to the top 8 losers side. For Royal Star, they are on their tournament lives. 1 more loss, it is over. You win game 2, and you get 1 more chance for the winner-take-all game number 3. My name is Badger. I am joined by Mr. Top 100 Roho and Mr. Oh god,
owner of Whiskers.
Owner of Whiskers, Rook, and hopefully we'll be in for a fantastic game number 2. I wrote it down before game number 1, but apparently I must delete it somewhere because I said it game 1. Roho was there; he can verify, but
yeah, I believe you.
Apparently, I've forgotten in the last hour.
All right, yeah. I mean, honestly, I think that this looks like I see a clear game plan with these Radiant heroes. You know, I feel a lot better looking at their heroes right now than I did with seeing that Lestrade pick. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have more faith that this will be a better game for everyone involved.
Yeah. I think the way the drafts ended up, it ends up being more favored towards Radiant than it would have been if Dire had just taken their opportunity to pick a strong carry.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think the game would have ended a draft if they just picked either Lifestealer or Anti-Mage. Yeah.
They did not get their choice of the 2 analyst approved ideal.
I mean, this Medusa is a good pick against the LC as well. Like this Medusa was a good choice. It's just like the other 2 choices were like disgusting. So that's kind of the.
Yeah. I personally preferred AM a lot more because I think that Lifestealers dropped a lot in win rate, but it still probably would have been good even this game.
I mean, I saw Shopify Rebellion and another team play at the majors today. I think as a late pick, it's a pretty decent hero, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just think it's really bad in pubs because I think pubs right now are big about lanes, and Lifestealer, if you pick it in the second phase, you could just get completely shafted. I think it's not really. I think to me that's why it's really bad right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lifestealer is a very volatile laner. He definitely needs knowledge of the opponent heroes, otherwise he can be really bad.
And there are a number of heroes that are like that, where it's not necessarily ideal in all pick environment, but in the captain's mode environment can really pop off.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say Medusa's kind of one of those, unless you're last picking it in a pub.
It's one of those things.
Dan King has not skilled anything yet.
Ooh, Burrow skilled. That'll be first blood going to Micro Fry. It's one of those things where if Dusa gets ahead, you try to duel her, right? And she'll split shot during it, so it's easier said than done there.
To be honest, I'm not sure how I feel about descending the Rubik bottom. I think it might have been better to just have the Primal Beast try and drag waves into level 3 as a melee hero, you know what I mean? And then Primal Beast can like go roam around. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, you generally want to be pairing a melee hero with Darkseer, right? I feel like that's kind of the idea.
I mean, you can just go boots and drag and get your Darkseer level 3, and then like you can move on from the fact that like it's not gonna be a great Darkseer lane, but like I don't know. I just think that
like 5 CS under the tower.
Yeah. I just think that like the Primal Beast hero could die a lot against Sand King Mirana without that much effort.
Seems like in the lane so far, mid's going relatively evenly. So Earth Spirit, Void Spirit, Roho, how do you expect an Earth Spirit, Void Spirit lane to go? Is that a skill matchup? Is either have a huge advantage in the lane? What do you expect there?
I would say Void Spirit should have a pretty big advantage. I think it seems like he's not been clicking the Earth Spirit a lot, or getting particularly denies. I think he should be hitting.
Top lane,
I would say it should be
Sand King brought down. Sorry, what were you saying, Roho?
I mean, I do think it should be Void Spirit favored now that he's universal, because he just hits so hard. Earth Spirit is notoriously kind of bad at CSing with his right clicks. That said, the new change to his Bowler Smash is quite nice. You do a lot of damage to creeps with it.
He's got 79 damage on Void Spirit, 66 on Earth Spirit, so unless he's bouldering, you're probably not getting all that many last hits. What a bottom lane, it's both cores very low. Question is, who will die first? Vacuum used. Madior slain. Dexer wants vengeance with a tree! Almost keeps him alive. Some good juking with the vision there, but it's still a kill.
That was a cute little play. They should not be dying in this lane with an Oracle. That is definitely some miscommunication, I would say.
What can you do?
I would almost consider going W level 1 on Oracle here. Or level 2, like, instead of your Flames. It's a little grief, maybe, but if you're planning on playing that aggressive...
Seems like Sauce in a lot of danger bottom lane, but not enough danger to die.
He does get the Lotus. Pretty big.
Pretty big.
He's immediately using the one Lotus. Like, you know what? It's time to be in this lane. I can't leave. I gotta... How do you get that last hits? That's an illegal last... That is an illegal last hit. That's a felony last hit. And he'll get punished for it for sure. Madior's running forward. And Dexter will secure the kill. Decent with the Iron Shell. Wants vengeance. Has Vacuum. Use it onto the Oracle. Oracle still running. And Reed will secure the kill via the Twin Gate rotation. Now Madior has to run away from the Primal Beast plus Darkseer combination. He might just get dove here, actually.
He put the Ion Shell onto Legion.
Oh no! That's an unfortunate error. Meanwhile, top lane, Ultra Gunner lost all of his mana and all of his HP. Big punish by Micro Fry, and of course, the Beast of US East.
Yeah, well played so far by Radiant. I think they're getting away with a lot that I personally don't feel they should be.
Like, whoa, where do you think they're getting away with a lot that they shouldn't be? I'm just curious.
I mean, actually, mostly in top lane. I feel like they shouldn't be getting a kill on this Medusa.
Oh,
but
I don't really think that this Primal
probably
Beast does anything for the Medusa in lane. Honestly, like, I don't know. I think you're overestimating the strength of the Medusa in lane. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I just don't think she should die. I don't know if she should be winning the lane, but
I don't know. I don't know if I'm in agreement with you. I don't. She's a really slow hero.
Is absolutely dead, it appears. Microfry is juking around Reed as well. The arrow will fly and will get missed, but Reed is isolated in a 1v3, brought down by Madior. So 2 more kills going the way of Royal Star. They're now 1k up. They're 2 kills up. And again, this time last game, they had basically already lost. So this is major improvements.
Yeah, this is really good by them. Ultra Gunner also has not put more points in his EE, so I think that could have been part of his downfall when he died.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say that, like, it is a very slow hero into Sand King Mirana. Like, I don't know, I can see it dying. I don't know if it should.
Seems like top lane Sand King is going to die. He'll attempt to get some last hits before he dies, and he will get, I think, 2 or 3 of them, but again, the death... Wait, Epi! Pump faked, canceled again. He's standing his ground in the sandstorm saying, you know what, come fight me. I am Sand King. I don't fear death. Come kill me. And they just can't. They might just go Reed instead. He's down to 130 HP. Ultra has a 2-man Mystic Snake. He's got max Sandstorm, so yeah. And that's a one.
I don't know if that point in Epicenter was worth it as opposed to getting the extra range and stuff on.
Yeah, I mean, it made sense when he picked it.
Ooh, good remnant from Mr. Lens. I think at the very tip of the AoE on that one. Meanwhile, the Beast will use the Sandstorm, but his 4 is dead.
Yeah, the reason that I don't... the reason that I don't think this Medusa should die in this lane like this is because I don't think she should be under Sandstorm ever, and he is maxing Sandstorm, so it seemed a little odd to me.
Sure. I didn't
But
actually see it. I just assumed it was a stun into arrow, and then yeah.
yeah,
I don't know what actually happened though. But
Yeah, we were watching. There was a fight bottom that I was watching, so I didn't see it happen until I was like, oh yeah, Ultra has no mana. I should probably look top right now as he dies under his tower.
our spirit,
Yeah.
they got a lot of heroes up top to try gank this Medusa. We'll see how if it actually pans out or not. Festival seems uncertain. Kind of walking back to mid for the Ruinite. Looks like. Oh, they
Yes.
what do you think about this spirit build? I don't know how. I don't really like this.
The Midas or the skill build?
I don't have any opinions on the skill build at all. I don't. But like, I don't like that you don't have boots at all, and you're just hard rushing a Midas.
Bottom lane,
Like,
a bit of a bait there from Diesel. And now Meteor's in a very rough situation. He'll come for the attempt the duel, but Reed wins the duel. 10 damage for Primal Beast. Radiant want Vengeance, but Vengeance is not going to happen. Instead, Dire will extend, looking for more kills. A dive by Mr. Lens. Vexary will attempt to stand his ground. Microfied denies it a neutral camp, but it's still Oracle. Now backed up by Earth Spirit, running away from these dire 4-man combinations. Diesel has no vacuum. Lens steps in. He's got no steps remaining. Magnetize comes in, hitting on to the Dark Seer. Dark Seer certainly will die, so it will be a 1-for-1 versus 1 neutral kill when that happens. Overall, decent turn there by Radiant. They only lost 1 to Dire Heroes, and they got 1 kill in exchange. Only problem is, it was a dual win for Primal Beast. It's not a huge deal game-wise, but morale-wise, massive loss.
Yeah, not a good feeling to be giving away the duel. Like that's just one of those things that hurts LC players emotionally.
Yes, definitely a big emotional loss.
Yeah.
I still don't know about. I think in terms of our spirit that we were just about to get to, I actually think going no boots is totally fine. I think it's fairly normal. The hero doesn't need boots.
Oh, the turn by the Beast top lane, the Epi, the Burrow!
Ooh.
Gank 3v1, he brings down 1, he's bleeding the fight against Mr. Lens! That's some Beast of UFC's Dota right there. Beautiful turn, and now Festival wants to punish for more, looking for Mr. Lens. He's got no steps in him, but he's juking it well in the tree, so he appears to be fine here.
Yeah, it seems like they're fighting a lot into Sandstorm Sand King with a Vanguard. Which I think is really hurting them. The good news is Ultra Gunner got his little faded brooch. He's got max split shot heading off to the jungle. Hopefully he'll be able to take off this game if they want to do well. This Midas, yeah, I'm not the hugest fan of, but I mean, I guess they do need a little bit of scaling on their lineup. I would just go Spirit Vessel personally. I would just rush Spirit Vessel.
What is Echo Saber a thing on our spirit? That sounds kind of cool. I don't know if is that really troll.
Not really. He doesn't really do much.
That sounds cool though. I like the image of him hitting twice.
It is cool. He used to have a damage talent and it was okay, but now he no longer has a damage talent, so he hits kind of weak.
What does he have instead now?
Spell Amp.
I see. Is that better or worse? Probably better.
It doesn't really matter. The rolling boulder distance is infinitely better than both talents.
I get it. Oh, I don't really like this LC build. I feel like you probably just always get a blade mail first item on LC. No? Am I crazy?
No, actually, I don't think on carry you would. I wouldn't mind on this
not?
I mean, blade mail seems kind of rough into Medusa. It seems like you're not really.
Wait, why?
It seems kind of useless against Medusa.
I don't know if I agree.
Well, I just feel like you're not gonna. I feel like you're doing more damage with raw right clicks than a blade mail to Medusa. She can choose to not hit you, and with split shot, she doesn't really do much.
Oh, but I mean, like he probably is gonna want to be able to like blink, like duel them Medusa. Like, if he can duel Medusa before they get ultimate off, like that's gonna. I
still think the armlet is better for that actually.
Maybe. I don't know.
Medusa doesn't do that much right click damage to solo targets.
Here we go. Oh, never mind. Middle lane roll is blocked by the Remnant. Mr. Lens wants the minute 12 room, but it spawns bottom. Step forward, but it's into the Beast of US East. He's getting rolled on. He's getting chain stunned. He's brought down by Royal Star. That's the blink reveal from the Beast of US East. And he... Wait, bottom lane. Where I have Mattior's dead as well. So relatively even trade suddenly.
I feel like it's too effective early on, though. I don't know. Because I'm feeling like he would have traded for a kill on Darkseer there if he had played Male. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like this item is just too efficient on LC. But maybe I'm wrong. We can
I think it's good.
table this one.
Yeah, I just don't think they have enough damage. I don't think they have enough raw damage from All-Star in general. Especially with him going Midas.
Another long roll by Festival. Duel is not available. Mr. Lens will assimilate Remnanting Festival, but he's purged by Maddie on the Earth Spirit. Roll forward again. Hits onto Reed. Reed is dropping, but again, no duel for 10 more seconds. It's one death to roll. Hits on Lens, but he's got one step. He's saving it for now. He's got a big 20 charge wand as well. He's still being magnetized. Roll will miss. Mr. Lens stepped away. Kick will be a little bit short. Over to the duel. It's there on Sauce. Sauce to fall. This time a duel win for Matty, or his first duel win of the game. He didn't lose another duel, did he? Okay, he did not.
No.
It's a one duel win, one duel loss, and one duel draw so far.
Yeah.
1-1-1.
1-1-1. This Medusa is having a pretty nice time just hitting creeps. I mean they have Brook in the top tower, like, so it's really up to Radiant to keep pushing things now. They are hitting this tower. Maybe trading mid for it, but that wouldn't really be the worst thing ever, honestly.
He already has a Crimson Guard. They really cannot hit towers at the moment, especially against this Crimson.
Yeah, they were trying, and it just wasn't working. I mean, that's less than 200 damage.
I feel like they need to go kick this Medusa out. Like, at least make Medusa move around a bit, you know?
They should definitely smoke onto this Medusa. And they've given Medusa a lot more than what they should have.
Like, after you break that tower, you gotta kick her out.
This is what Ultra Gunner likes to do. He's an enthusiast of the creeps. Over to the river. Burrow Strike there on Reed. He still has Onslaught, but he's holding it for now. Finley, is he dead on Earth Spirits? No, he is not. No. He's injured, but not dead. And this is the Ultra Gunner Classic. You look into an amateur game, there's probably Ultra Gunner in it, and if he's there, he wants to hit creeps. And there's a lot of map for him to hit creeps.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a pretty tight.
Burrow again, mid lane into the roll. They'll demolish Sauce. And now Reed! Mabel overextended as well. The roll hits from long range there onto the Primal Beast. He's got no Onslaught. But this time the roll will miss. So Reed walks away.
Reed role-playing as Jim's teammates in pubs.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, step in, Remnant hits on Madior. He'll armlet, attempting to survive. There's an illusion hitting him, but they won't kill the Legion Commander. Now Radiant on a run down. Diesel, perhaps, who's half HP. Madior will get healed.
Oh, they should know that there's a ward there now. If they're paying attention and thinking about it, they should know pretty obviously that there's a ward there.
I believe there may have been a ping. Madior's walking up slowly, looking for a duel. Mr. Lens steps away. Diesel surges away the roll. He'll hit on Darkseer. Sauce backs him up. Madior gets stunned. In comes the Beast! The Epi, but the blink was canceled. The Burrow now there. Duel is won by Madior. Madior's still low. Roll hits on Rubik. Burrow to follow. Reed dead! Sauce dropping, but he stole the roll! Now Madior will arm the toggle once again, sticking on up and will survive Mr. Lens's jump. Both Earth Spirit and Rubik are rolling. Sauce is still juking. He'll tumble his toy away. But it's a win for Royal Star. 2 more kills and the duel win on top.
Damn. That was really well executed by Radiant. I think this Oracle Legion is actually pretty cool. Because the Fate's Edict is really good on either target in the duel.
Yeah. I was gonna say that, you know, for late game, they always do have the Oracle, like, W on Medusa. Like, as hard as that can be to get in range of doing, like, they do have that, which is extremely powerful against Medusa. So.
Yes. They might build in... I imagine they'll build in a Crimson on the Beast of US East, which will be... It'll mitigate a lot of damage from Medusa, especially... Yeah. Considering that it's pretty much
this Sinking Hero late game, I'm really... If this game goes late, which I get the feeling it will, I think the Sinking Hero kind of does insane damage. Like, I feel like...
Ooh, mid?
Speaking of insane damage, Pulverize on the Festival. The Beast will save him with a 2-man Burrow Strike. It's the Beast again, but Sauce still wants the kill. He steals roll once again. He's rolling forward. He wants the Earth Spirit, but Earth Spirit is also rolling. I believe he no, Sauce? Go. He's got Fade Bolt. He's not quite in range. If he hits the roll perfectly. Oh, he's just out of range. He teleports toys. He had the right idea, but he's a little bit too slow.
Yeah, it was cool. You should get. I feel like you should get a.
Oh,
Remnants.
he's just tooled instantly by Madior. That's, I believe, the blink reveal
Sad.
from Madior, and it's another dual win
Yeah.
for the Legion Commander.
I feel like you should get the stone remnants when you steal roll. That would have been really cool. Mr. Lens does have this Echo Saber. Does not feel so great this game. I don't know how huge of a fan I actually am of the Echo Saber this game. I personally think I would have probably gone Dagon. Not quite sure. I mean, it just they feel
I'm trying to
kind
think
of low
what would have been a
damage.
good item for him.
I think it's Dagon actually. You just jump the Oracle or the Mirana. Both of them are sitting at like 900 HP. You can pretty easily burst any of those heroes.
Alright, so Radiant are in a good game spot with one key problem. It is the big snake lady in the top lane right now. 11,000 net worth, 2,500 head of Madior, who's the next closest. How do Radiant address their Medusa problem?
I mean, Radiant have two options. One about Radiant's options is that they, 1 second. Sorry, Radiant have two options. Like they can either like just try to chain follow this Medusa around, or they can just keep chain and get like. They need to be either trying to kill Medusa, or they need to just be trying to like spam fight Dire, and they're not really doing either one at this exact moment. So slightly worrying.
they're going on to the
Onslaught
beasts.
into dust on Sand King. Finally, Madior backs him up. The duel will be there on Mr. Lens. Epi has been used. Mr. Lens will fall. It's not a duel win, but it's a fight win nonetheless. And you guys want him to chain fight? That's one chain fight finally done. 2 more kills in the bottom lane for Royal Star.
That was more of Dire trying to chain fight Radiant, to be fair. But
You are correct.
still ends in their
Oswald as
favor.
well.
Refusal on Madior. That's kind of cool. Don't know
I
if
think
it's
that
gonna-
Radiant is just way
We go
stronger.
again under the tower right now. Diving Diesel. Sandstorm stolen. Wall on the floor. Madior is getting zoned away by an illusion right now. But Vexair wants to go in the dark side of the roll forward by Festival. In comes the Epi. It was actually held from earlier. And Diesel has fallen. But in come the TPs.
Ooh, Madior.
Madior dead. The Beast dropping. Mr. Lens turns it around. 2 kills for Cuba's own middle laner. And now Vexair and Festival have to scatter. The fight is lost with the Pulverize onto your Oracle. He is certainly going to fall. 3 dead, a costly march backwards, and they may even lose a 4th. They see Microfry. But it'll be fine.
It's just 2 teams diving towers.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
You know, we saw you guys dive tower and die. It's like, you know what? We want to try that. We want to try diving tower and dying. It seems like
this
fun.
LC has a diffusal blade.
Yeah,
don't
I think the idea is cool, but I really think he just buy BKB. I really think he just buy BKB.
I mean, it's a cool idea, right? Like, there's no way you're not just getting a BKB. I mean, look at Dire. Like, there's just, I don't know. It just.
They're also, I feel like. I mean,
Whoa,
okay,
another dual
that's
win
fine.
on Sauce. Caught warding, I believe, and another dual win for Madior. So let me explain Madior's process of thought here. So put your hand over the Dire heroes at the top of the mid lane. ECFC's going forward. Atos on Darkseer. I think Darkseer's still fine.
He's so tanky.
Say if you ignore the other 4 heroes, if you just literally ignore they're in the game, no Void Spirit, no Darkseer, no Rubik, no Primal Beast, it makes a lot of sense. And maybe that's what he's thinking. You know what? I don't care if they are 4 heroes.
I
I'm gonna go in
actually-
there and duel them.
I actually like it, but I think you just go after BKB. I really just think you buy BKB on this LC hero.
Mid lane T1 brought down, and now to roll forward, looking for Reed. The roll is off, but they'll certainly
Oh,
attempt
you know what
to
could have
kill
been
on
really-
BB.
You know what could have been really cool? Mirana going right-click items and going, like, D-Lance Defusal.
I was kind of thinking that Mirana should go to Fusel this
Oh, mid
game.
lane again. He just died to duel, and
Oof.
duel just came off cooldown, and he died to duel again. Poor Saz.
I think Radiant kind of waited a while to get to execute this strategy. Like Radiant actually waited until like the what's his name, the Darkseer had his pipe, which is kind of like a big item against them. But like they can still just keep executing it and picking people off. Like there's like
I mean, I think they're getting picked off by a lineup that's really good at doing pickoffs in a game where they have pipe Crimson. I feel like if they just play around this Darkseer, they'll they'd probably feel a lot safer.
I mean, like that's what they need to do. Like now that they have the pipe, they kind of have the answer to it. The question is if like they're gonna like use the answer to it, right?
Yeah. I really think like giving away these Sauce giving away these 2 duel victories is actually a kind of a really big deal. It's an extra 56 damage on the LC, which is gonna make a huge difference. It's giving away so much to this LC, who honestly hasn't been doing anything super special to get these duel wins. It's unfortunately they've been kind of handed away, and especially playing away from Diesel. I think he goes these big aura items and he's farming this hard camp down here.
I will say it seems like they're just not all on the same page of what they want to be
Mhm.
like the Rubik and the what's the hero called? Primal Beast, there we go. Are set up to be defending like middle. Like they're like, oh hey guys, we should like look on this middle tower. Like our Medusa can TP and maybe and then their two cores are like farming the side. Like they're just all there seems to be some, I don't know, they're not all on the same page. As simple as that.
Guys, did the Watcher just disappear in the Dire Tri-Camp? It was double channeled, now it's not. It's just literally not there anymore.
That could be I see that. That might just maybe that's a spectator bug though. Who knows?
Okay, maybe I'm literally not seeing it just disappear in my screens. I'm like, wait a minute.
I could see it just being a spectator bug, to be honest.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Both teams are taking tormentors. Mirana Shard is okay now. Actually, it's definitely not that bad.
Yeah, I think the targeting of it is nice. It just feels kind of good.
Yeah. Primal Beast Shard is fine. That's good. That's a nice utility
nice
to support Primal Beast.
Throwing rocks, Always nice.
It does actually pretty good damage too for what it is this early in the game. 325 is kind of a lot.
Every time I look at Ultra Gunner, he's got another item, and he's at the 15,000 net worth.
I think this is where they just start hitting. I think they can just start hitting objectives. Yeah, if they go for Rocher, I think this would be pretty smart. Radiant doesn't have very much tower pressure, and so like this top tower getting hit is kind of irrelevant. Anyway.
They're set up to defend from this teleporter, which looks like they're gonna use it.
I don't know if they're good into these fights though. We'll see.
They're coming in right now.
Actually, I don't know about that. I feel like this is going to be really good for Radiant.
They stun Meteor, but not the Beast. Vacuum onto Remnant to follow, wall on the floor, causing a lot of chaos. Ultra runs forward, runs backwards. Festival looks for an angle outside.
Dire needs to dip out of here. They just casted their big teamfight spell, and it has
it's a roll on Ultra. They find the big Medusa. Meteor wants a duel on Dusa. A hard duel to win. She's still half mana. Mr. Lens arrives. Nobody's dead. The Beast is getting pulverized. Now canceled by the arrow from Micro Fry. Roll. It's on to the Darkseer. The Spurrow as well to follow. Mr. Lens is in the thick of things. He's roll on Festival. Reed is dead. Lens still alive. Sauce dies to Micro Fry, but he'll lose his life on the Rubik. Festival's rolling once again all the way deeper. He's rolling again. Meanwhile, Burrow is there. Mr. Lens. Lens has one step. That's his last means to escape for 5 more seconds. The Beast cannot blink forward. He's stunned by he's slowed by Ultra Gunner. Meanwhile, Meteor's being slowed as well. Scotty is putting in so much work. Mr. Lens is still dropping, but they can't finish the kill. Meteor's dropping. Meteor's dead. Radiant, they're scattering. Festival is somehow still on the north side, way away from the fight, and now, at this point, Mr. Lens will use one more step forward. The Remnant misses. The Burr will be there on 2. Festival still is not there, but Mr. Lens has died to the sandstorm damage, and Darkseer is dying as well. Ultra is running low on mana. He has very little HP. They'll roll forward into the Magnetize. Better late than never, but a Pulverize is there on the Earth Spirit. The Beast of US East has Burrow in 5. He's trying to man fight. Ultra is out of mana, but he still has plenty of HP. He's hitting the Sand King. The Burrow will be there, but there's still too much mana. Vacuum into right clicks, into an Ed Sand King. Darkseer has to run. He's falling. Festival has to roll away. He's too injured. Wall is off cooldown. It's been that long of a team fight. I believe it's a big win for your Nightmare is over.
That was like one of the longest team fights I've ever seen. I honestly really don't know why Festival was grabbing a bounty rune when both heroes were stunned and 200 HP.
I will say that Radiant, like, they used Wall really, like, Wall did nothing, and then they, like, they kind of ruined that so like extremely hard by jumping on the Medusa. Like, you need to like kill the supports first, or like the dark, like like, just any other hero. Like, they
Yeah.
had they chosen any other hero but the Medusa to start that engage on, honestly they would have slaughtered them. Like, and now
Yeah.
instead, the Medusa got an insane amount of net worth from that, and the game is going to become extremely hard. Like, if they literally chose any other hero that wasn't Medusa, I'm pretty sure that they just 5-man wiped them. I don't even think it's really very close. They had like every cooldown, and Dire popped all theirs for literally doing like Dire popped 2 heroes cooldowns at the very start of that to accomplish like nothing at all.
Yeah.
So they kind of just got bailed out by the enemy team.
Yeah. I also don't like that Mr. Lens kept the Echo Saber and went Kai Assange. I really think he should have just assembled and gone Mage Slayer. It's a pretty good Mage Slayer game.
Bottom lane. It is time for a
Ooh,
mage
stop.
to be slain. Earth
It's
Spirit
a
has
really
been
good Mage
caught.
Slayer game, actually.
Yeah, I really think he should have disassembled this. He would have had both the items.
No, you're right. You're right. It's actually a really good Mage Slayer game. Like, really good Mage Slayer game.
I might have gone Mage Slayer actually naked this game.
No, I actually think that would be the play. It's really good here. Like, it's everything you want.
Festival, it's rough. He gets caught out there. He's also going Radiance here. I think you just buy BKB. I think you just buy BKB.
I think Halberd could be good too.
Halberd is good.
Halberd.
I think Vanguard and.
Oh no, well he has Kai Assange. I guess he doesn't want to disassemble that, right?
Yeah, the Halberd is pretty good. I maybe would have gone like BKB Halberd this game. I don't.
I
really
can
like
see
his build
Shiva's
that
too.
much.
The attack speed slow is kind of nice, I guess. I don't know,
Mhm.
but I think
Yeah.
BKB is just the obvious choice.
I think any item that isn't Radiance is really good here. I think Radiance is. It's an interesting concept, to say the least.
Sand King, I will say that I'm curious to see. I think the Dire should get some BKBs actually. I think
Oh,
this Void
reads
Spirit
on the back lines.
and
Dire
Darkseer should
focus
just
the
go buy BKB.
Morana. Vacuum wall on two. Fantastic from Diesel. That'll be a dead Earth Spirit. And it'll likely be a dead Oracle as well. The Force Staff gets some distance, but there's not enough distance in the world to stop your death on that one. 2 kills for Ultra Gunner. Big win for your Nightmare is over. And they might get a 4th, actually. Sand King? Perfect jukes? Oh, I see him now with the illusion. Oh, no. No Sandstorm, but there's plenty of detection, I'm sure. It's actually kind of on cooldown. Never mind, it'll blink away. All the detection was on cooldown. Dust on cooldown. Other dust on cooldown. He gets away.
I am telling you right now, if this happened in one of our games, Rook would have abandoned. He would have broken his boots and bought more boots. That would have been. That would have been.
I try to remind people often of dust, and I think people are starting to get it because they now associate not having dust with me being frustrated.
Yeah.
They had dust. This is
That is
they were on
the game
cooldown.
where
No. They had dust on Primal Beast, not on.
And Darkseer. And on Darkseer.
But not on the Void Spirit and not on Rubik, I don't think.
Right, they have given him dust. He's acquired dust. He's learned from his mistakes.
Yeah. We played a game at the start of the day the other day where I got annoyed that people didn't have dust, and then like later on in the day I just saw people bought like 3 dust the moment. I was like, oh guys, they use an invis spell.
They
It was
found
like
Dexter.
I traumatized you guys into buying dust. I felt bad.
I think I was there for that game. They found Dexter over in the side by the Tormentor. That's a long dead Oracle. I swear I was in that game though. Either that or one of the follow-up games.
I mean, to be fair, I'm like that with dust in a lot of games where I get frustrated when people don't have it.
Yeah.
Because it's so. If someone lives because you don't have dust, it's like, oh my god, I'm just like, motherfuckers.
Well, this time, dust will be there. Sand King is still a very tricky
Whoa.
burrow on
Whoa.
3 into the Epi. The turnaround perhaps wallows on the floor. Mattior wants the dual angle, but he has to blink in, looking for the Void Spirit. They're dueling, but it will not be a duel win. It's Sand King dead, and Mattior simply has to run away, but he can't even run away here. Is there dust? There's not dust this time. But again, Dire stand their ground at the high ground. Lens stays alive, and the buildings, they're simply crumbling again.
Really sad. Like, this is like heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Because I think Royal Star played this pretty well, and then Festival just bought terrible items. No offense.
No, I also think that like they all griefed by
No,
going to
they did. They did. No, they did. I'm kidding.
So that one was not
Festival's
Festival.
items actually really aren't that bad. He didn't go for the
I'll
Radiance.
say that Matador's decision to jump the Medusa and his teammates' decision to not
Mhm.
ignore that and just cast spells on the other heroes as well was like it was just it was
Yeah.
game losing.
Mm,
Like it turned a
It
fight
was
that
pretty tragic. Yeah.
yeah. It
No, I
turned a
agree.
fight that should have been like a 5-for-1, 5-for-2, maybe even a 5-for-0 into a like I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god.
It was like a 7 for like
Void
3.
Spirit's items are also like really making me sad. As an avid player of both these spirit heroes, like these inventories just look so strange to me.
Lift on Festival. He'll roll away. I mean, the thing with a hero like Medusa, you can't make mistakes. And that one fight
Yeah.
mistake, the one slight, we didn't focus on Medusa in that one fight, and the game's just instantly over. I mean, Ultra Gunner will farm a lot of creeps, and you give him an
Yeah,
inch,
I'll
like a
be
mile.
honest. Like they broke his tower really early, and they just didn't kick him out of the area. Like
Yeah.
that was
Radiant
also
also
that was a pretty
notably, I don't think they smoked ever. I don't know if I ever saw them use a smoke.
yeah.
Step in, finding the beast. Sand King will use the pipe in time, but he's still being right-clicked. He is very tanky for the time being.
Very tanky.
They're still hitting him. Remnant hits. Lens steps forward. Kick from Festival. Radiant will attempt to defend. It's still a 5v5. Neither team wants to overextend, but Ultra is slowly killing the buildings. Tower falls. And that's a stolen arrow, missing, but again, zoning away the Sand King. There's another Sandstorm on the floor. Medorax under attack from Medusa. Sand King brought in by Mr. Lens. The duel will be in the backlines. Finding Sauce. Radiant want the kill, and they will get it, but in comes the wall. Festival, Madior, they're still standing their ground. It's a 2-for-1 so far. Madior will attempt to run like the Oracle ulti on top of him. I think he lives at Lens. Wants to kill him anyways. Burrow. Good attempt from the Beast, but Mr. Lens duked him out on that one. So it's a 2-for-1, but Donner got what they wanted. They have another rack so far, and the Rainbacks are half HP. Madior goes in, taking down the Aegis, and now moves to Ultra Gunner. Ultra has 1/3 mana. The Burrow on top. The mana is dropping. Epi is there with his last breath, but it is futile. They cannot kill Medusa. Madior will try to armlet toggle. It's not gonna work. Another core death on the Royal Star side. It's a 15,000 net worth lead. 2 racks down in favor of your Nightmare is over. And
I hate seeing
Oh,
Medusa
boy.
win because it's so sad.
buyback
Good.
time. It's all in. The blink duel will be there
Oh.
on Mr. Lens. They can't even kill him though. There was an arrow stun, I think, or I'm not even sure what stunned him there. Madior just couldn't do any damage. That's a dieback on Legion Commander, and now Lens steps away. Dusa is just running forward again, just killing everything. Another triple kill for Ultra Gunner, and the GG is called. And just like that, Royal Star will fall 2-0 to your Nightmare is over. Your Nightmare is over. Return to the top 8, and they will keep their playoff hopes alive.
That was really rough. I am sympathetic for Royal Star. That game, very heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Mr. Lens also in that last duel, he got off E-Blade right before he got dueled. Is why.
Oh, E-Blade. I was wondering, like, why is there no damage? I was like, there's still a stolen arrow, even though Sauce was dead. I don't know what it was. I knew something was up, though. There was no damage coming through. I knew something was up.
Yeah. I really would have liked to see BKB at a festival. I think he had a few deaths that were a little bit rough, considering that he didn't go for it. All it took is 3 deaths on this Earth Spirit to really make it feel sad. Kind of the state of the hero, and then they had those poor fights. Really tough for them, but it was well played. They gave it a good go, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, again, your Nightmare is over. They made the grand finals last season. They've changed 2 players since then, but they seem to be in good form right now. That was an absolute beatdown of Royal Star, who, again, finished top 3 in Group Mickey, nearly beat Pizza Dog in the upper bracket.
Is Group Mickey our group or their group?
That's our group.
Our group apparently sucks though.
I mean, they're having a rough time in playoffs so far. I mean,
Roho, everyone in our group is losing. It's kind of sad.
except for us.
Sad.
I mean,
Never mind.
Our group is currently 1-8,
Not sad.
and our team is 1-0. So you can see where the 1 win is coming from.
We kind of suck. Like we don't scrim. Like we don't really like draft prep or anything. We just